Hello, Steve White, TrickBoy89 for SteveArts89. Yes, I'm clutching my Spock. I am holding him for comfort, not just my own comfort, but to console him as I feel he has been violated. I just saw part of the Super Bowl ad where Ethan Peck's Spock, it's hard to say, is swaying to SpongeBob SquarePants, singing to 80s cock rock. And I just don't know where the degradation is going to end for Star Trek at this point. When I first saw the promos and they were focusing on Spock and Pike, I thought this was good. I thought they're actually going to focus on the new show. The new show could actually resemble Star Trek in some manner and be good. There may be some hope. And then they started making fun of them, and then they brought Michael Burnham out to lead them because apparently in all the years Pike's been an active captain, he's just inferior to Michael Burnham as a commander, because he has to be. And seeing Spock made a joke of, I mean, the first scene where he was like diagnosing puppet frostbite wasn't as bad because like when he clapped for the guy hitting the ice, like with the golf thing, what do you call it? Whatever. At least on some level it seemed in character for Spock that he was sort of kind of stiff and sort of, but this latest part, I mean, I just dread what's to come. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to console him for prepare what's to come, because it's got to be bad. I mean, we only saw a few seconds, but he's basically swaying to SpongeBob SquarePants singing 80s cock rock and giving the Vulcan salute, of course. And it's just making fun of Star Trek. It's making a joke of Star Trek. It's making fun of the character. It's degrading the character. I don't think Ethan Peck has any real respect for Leonard Nimoy and the character that he originated. I think if he did, he wouldn't have done that. He would have said no. Nimoy wouldn't have done that. Spock wouldn't have done that. I'm not going to do that. Leonard Nimoy famously sued a beer company that used Spock in an ad where he had his ears drooping, and then when he drank this beer of theirs, he's stood up, like he sued them for that. And he's always taken the character seriously, and aside from appearing on Carol Burnett's show like once for a couple of seconds, I don't think he's ever done anything to parody or make fun of the character. I mean, when I saw Q&A and I saw number one teaching Spock how to be a Vulcan in 10 minutes in an elevator, the idea that this character grew up and spent his whole life, was part Vulcan, half Vulcan, and had spent his whole life growing up on Vulcan, but yet he needed an Earth woman to teach him, like in 10 minutes, how to be a Vulcan. I just thought, wow, they don't know who this character is. All they do when they want to destroy it because they don't like it. And they have to undermine this man and make him owe everything to women that are better than him. And I'm like, why can't you just let this character be who he was, this beloved icon that kids like me and people like me grew up watching and loving? You have to degrade him. You have to make a joke out of him. You have to make a parody. You have to... This is not going to bring any fans to Star Trek. No one's going to see Spock like that and be like, oh yeah, I want to watch Star Trek. That's cool. That's just a character. I'm interested in that character. He's fascinating. He's dreamy. Like the girls said in the 60s. He had so many interesting elements, and all they're showing is just a joke. And I just don't know what to say about it. I mean, I really just, like I said, I'm clutching my Spock for comfort, and clinging to my Spock tight, because I fear what is to come in front of the whole of America on the Super Bowl ads. Like when I said, when they first started using them in the promotions, I thought it was kind of good, and then I started to see how they were just making a joke out of the characters. I just don't know where it's going to end. Like, are they actually going to succeed in destroying Star Trek? Is it going to happen? Or is someone going to stop them and say, you need to take these characters in this show seriously, treat it with some respect, some integrity, some consistency, so people can respect it and be fans, because I don't see any fans coming from this sort of treatment of the show. All I see is older fans running away. I mean, I realised recently I haven't watched Star Trek for a year or so, because when I do, I think of Discovery. Discovery has gone in and undermined so much of the original series that you can't watch Star Trek without the things that contradict it in Discovery coming up and ruining it for you, and Spock's character, and Pike's character, and probably Kirk's character, although I'm less bothered by him being bisexual than anything they've done to Spock or Pike or anyone else, because he screwed everything anyway. It was a joke in the original series, so doing that in the new series I don't think is that much of a problem. But what they've done to Spock and some of the other characters, it's just... I know they have a problem with the patriarchy, and Spock, like Picard, is a symbol of that, and they want to destroy it and undermine it. But I mean, why are the people at the top, the people who own these characters and earn money out of them and need to, maintain a fan base for these characters, why do they allow it? They're the ones who are going to lose money when I stop buying things, as I kind of have, because, I mean, I realise I haven't bought any Star Trek products except for the Year 5 trade paperbacks. I haven't bought any Star Trek products. I'm trying to remember the last time I bought Star Trek product. I think I bought the Tribbles Little Golden Book. I think maybe that was the last thing I bought. A couple of books. I bought a few books which are all dealing with the past. Like, yeah, that's right, the motion picture, the art of the motion picture, the animated series book. Those are the only things I bought in the last year or so. And I haven't watched Star Trek because they've ruined it. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to hold my Spock tight and console my Spock, because, like I said, I'm just preparing. We're bracing for what's to come, because they're just going to just totally make fun of Star Trek and ruin it. And that seems to be, their point. I don't see what they think they're going to achieve from it. But here we go. It's such a great time to be a Star Trek fan.